Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, just about to hop on the turbo, just getting Zwift set up, as you can see there. Yesterday I had a swim first thing in the morning. I did 2x1k with like about 70 odd seconds recovery I think between the two. So 2x1k, 40 lengths of the 25 metre pool. Did I think 18:45 for the first one and 18:15 for the second one, so pretty pleased with that. What else did I do? Anything else? Oh, I did another hour strength session yesterday evening. Let me just get this going. Yeah, so I did another 1 hour strength training session, did lots of deadlifts, katana pulls, some ab work, some dumbbell bits and pieces. So yeah, I did a few new exercises in the gym, which went really well. Heavy legs this morning from the deadlifts, but all good fun and all getting me in the right direction. So today I had the high price leg compression things on last night to try and help my legs recover. So a little bit tired legs today, so luckily I've just got 90 minutes easy on the treadmill, not on the treadmill, 90 minutes easy bike ride. So I've decided to do it on Zwift. Weather's a bit all over the place today. It's quite windy. It's been about 20-mile-an-hour winds. Had a storm, hail a minute ago, hence why I started setting the turbo up. But obviously as soon as I set the turbo up, the weather changes. So yeah, let me just get this cracking, get Zwift all fired up and ready. I'm back shortly. So for some reason Zwift wasn't connecting, which is really frustrating. Oh, it drives me mad when it does that. For some reason Stages was connected to Zwift. Zwift wasn't registering the power, so my little guy on Zwift there, here, wasn't moving, but he is now, so we're off. 90 minutes, maybe 75. Like I say, tired legs from the strength session yesterday, and I've got a CSS test tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock swim, including the CSS test, which if you know it, you'll know what I'm in for. If you don't know it, it's about 500 or so metres of steady warm-up, then a 400 metre all-out effort in the pool. This is obviously 400 metre all-out effort, 5 minutes recovery, and then a 200 metre all-out effort. And it's from that you can calculate sort of training paces and stuff like that. So fairly brutal, but good to know where you are. So I've got that, and I think I've got a 45-minute steady recovery run to do later on. So bike today, we are 1.5 minutes in, 75 to go. Good morning, it is Wednesday and I'm off to do a CSS test at my local swimming pool. It is what, 10 to 7 in the morning, pool opens at 7, or I'm booked in for 7, and I'm doing a CSS test, which I'm sure a lot of you know is a critical swim speed test, and it's a relatively painful way of finding out your ideal training pace, your sort of threshold training pace, or the pace that you should be able to swim for 1500 metres. You just don't have to put yourself through the misery of doing that. You just do a warm-up. So I've got 200 easy warm-up, then I've got a few 50s drills and sprints and progressive 50s, things like that. Then have a bit of a breather, and then you go into a 400 metre time trial. Have a 5-minute recovery, shake out, get yourself back together after that, and then you do a 200 metre time trial. Rest, recover, and then cool down. So it's kind of painful, but it's not too bad. You just set out your pace at the best pace you think you can do for a 400. Once you get through all the warm-up, take it nice and steady. I mean, I've got heavy legs, I've got heavy everything. I've got heavy arms, heavy legs from all the training over the past few days, from the weight training session with the deadlifts and from the headwind bike ride. I'm fairly tired, but you kind of forget all that when you get in the pool and think if I was between 6:30 and 7 minutes, that's probably about as good as I've ever swum, really. I've never been a lot quicker than that. 7 to 7.5 minutes. I might be a little bit disappointed if I'm in there, really. I did 1k in 18:45 on Monday, which is about, what's that, 8 minutes for a 400. And that was just trying to take it nice and steady. So I should easily be quicker than that. So yeah, let's go for 7:10. Yeah, let's go for 7 minutes 10 for the 400. And the 200, I don't even know, that should be about 3:15 or something. I think I have done this once before. I never really used the data that came out of it, but I have done a CSS test before. The idea, once you've done it, you can work out from the 200 and the 400 what your training pace should be to help improve your speed. So you get back a time per 25 metre length, and then you can put that into like a swim timer, swim trainer, and it'll bleep every time you should be touching the end of the pool. So that's what I'm going to be doing with the CSS test today. Giving it full gas for 400, then having a recovery, giving it full gas for 200, and see what we've got. So let's get over to the pool. Opens in 5 minutes. I'm about 5 minutes away, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, I'm back in the van. CSS test is done. It's about as horrible as I remember it. I know the first time I started doing triathlon back in 2008, the triathlon I did was here. It was in this pool. It was a 400 metre swim, which is the first part of a CSS test. So I think my 400 metre PB is about 6:35, maybe 6:40. And for the CSS test just then, I stopped my watch on 6:59.58 for the 400, which I'm pretty pleased with. Obviously Garmin rounded up to 7 minutes and 0 seconds, but that's fine. And then have a 5 minute breather. Obviously did a warm up before that. I did about 800 metre warm up. 400 all out effort in 6:59 or 7 minutes. 5 minute breather with about, I think I did like 3x50 easy in there just to keep the legs ticking over. And then a 200 all out, so I did 3:26 for that. And again, the first for both of them, I looked at the watch at the end of the first 100, and both of them it was 1:40 for the first 100. So obviously slow down in the latter parts of the 400 and the 200, because obviously 1:40 would be what, 6:40? No, 1:40, 3:20, 6:40. Yeah, it'd be 6:40 whereas I did 7, and it'd be 3:20 whereas I did 3:26. So I know when I started swimming my triceps were still sore from the gym session. My legs feel like lead, so I've got excuses already there, but I'm pretty pleased with that, because that'll give me doing that on a tired body will give me good paces to train towards to build from here. So that is done. Home now for breakfast, and then later on today I've got a 45 minute easy run to do. 45 to 60 minute easy run. It will be 45 because my little body is tired. Thursday today, just travelling home from a training session that didn't happen. I've got an hour's run to do. I've just stopped at McDonald's for a coffee, accidentally inhaled the McMuffin at the same time. Hate it when that happens. Didn't really need it. I've already had my breakfast. Had a super healthy overnight oats breakfast that I prepared at home last night, but stopped for the loo and for a coffee and to break up the journey, and stupidly ate a McMuffin. Anyway, there you go. So I've got a run to do. I've just had a look at the map. I want to run it, do it somewhere different. many people here today. I'm the only car in the visitor centre car park, I think. Okay, I've arrived at Alton Water on a very wet and miserable day. Doesn't sound like it's too windy. Temperature not too bad, 13-14 degrees. I've got an hour's run to do. Let's get changed. And we're changed and ready to go. I'm gonna get soaking wet. I have not got a towel with me. I've got running gear but not a towel. But it gets the run done. You know, I'm about, what, 40 minutes away from home, I suppose. If I wait until I get home, I'll get into doing other stuff. My run will end up probably being this evening in the dark, so I might as well just crack on with it, get it done here. I've got a few 5-minute efforts, a few 1-minute efforts to do. It's somewhere new. I've got the route planned on my watch. I've got the session planned on my watch. Let's get on with it. See you in a bit. Okay, I am back. Didn't take the camera, but probably should have done. That was a lot of fun. I just grabbed that route off Strava, looked at where I was running, looked at where I was driving to, which is Alton Water, went on Strava, chose a 6-mile route, and it found this one, which was like 7.5. Had a choice of trail shoes or road shoes, went for road shoes. Obviously, majority of it was trail, but it was a lot of fun. Basically, the warm-up and the cool-down were on road or good trail, and all the efforts to the middle were on really muddy, slippy tracks around Alton Water, little bits of trail, little bits of field edge, slippery as anything, but loads of fun. Hit all of my paces, heart rate was pretty much as high as it can get, but yeah, great fun. I'll come and do this again. It's a lovely route, particularly in autumn, squirrels and birds of prey hovering, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, beautiful route, all done. What have I got here? 1 hour 6 minutes, 7.6 miles, with 3 lots of 5 minutes, 6 lots of 1 minute. Right, time to get dry without a towel. Oh, there's a towel. I found a towel. More of a cleaning cloth, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. It's all I got. Right, I'll get changed, I'll get on the way, and I'll see you later. So I'm just about to head off for my bike ride. It's a bit of a drive to the start. I've also got to get the route onto my Garmin. It's not a route I've done before, but I'll just show you the process, how I found it, and how I get it onto my Garmin. Okay, so on Strava, go into maps, go into saved routes, scroll down here. So this was the route. Here it is. This is the map of the route. It's from Ipswich out to Felixstowe and back again. A friend of mine did it. He named it some of the best gravel yet. How could I not want to do that? So I've saved the route. Then I go into Garmin, Connect. Because I've saved it in Strava, it'll appear in Garmin Connect. So go into training and courses. And in my courses, scroll down here. It should appear because I've favorited it. Here we go. Some of the best gravel yet. So go in here. It's the same route. There it is. And now click up here, send to device, send to Edge 520. There we go, the route is now on my Garmin. Time to get all my stuff in the van and head off down to Ipswich, ready to start this lovely sunny bike ride. So as I said, this ride starts and finishes in Ipswich town centre before heading out towards the coast at Felixstowe, but within the first bloody mile and a half I've already been knocked off my bike twice. So glad I live where I do, not in the bloody city centre, I tell you. Still, this bit of bike lane seems okay, although I'm aware that people just pull in front of it, take you out whenever they feel like it. And just like that, we have left the stress and nightmarish roads of the town centre, and we're onto some little back roads. Just been down a nice little track, but blue skies. What we got, 12 degrees, a bit chilly. If you're wrapped up well, it's beautiful out here. So we're heading east now from Ipswich out towards the coast. I didn't look to see if there's any tea shops along here. I hope there's a coffee shop somewhere. Tea, coffee, don't mind, as long as there's cake. But yeah, feeling better now. We're away from the traffic and heading out into the countryside. Look at that road, too good to not show you. Look how beautiful it is. Autumn colours, the trees, blue skies, and a gravel bike. It's all you need. Well, and cake. We need cake too. Not just yet, I'm only about 10 miles in. Got about another 30 to go, so over the next 10 miles we'll be looking out for a little tea shop. Back on the gravel, lovely little sections of gravel in amongst the road sections. Oh, bit of a flood coming up. And we're straight up here next to this little house, the dog's outside. Stopping to catch my breath. Well, there's a buzzard flying overhead. So just come across this countryside here through those trees. Stunning. Little climb down there which really caught me out, but I got up it, which I'm quite pleased about. But yeah, oh, I'm loving this. You know, I'm loving this. I don't know if you can even see that buzzard down there. So we're getting right out towards the estuary, just to the side of Felixstowe now. having to ride quite lightly and conservatively because I've had one puncture and I've not got another tube, so I'm halfway through, but I'm just trying to be light on my back wheel, particularly across this rough stuff. But I think I'm at the point where I turn here over this inlet, start heading back towards Ipswich. Look at the weather. What a stunner. So just going through a village called Trimley St Martin, or Mary, or both. Spotted an old fella having some fish and chips. And next thing I know, I'm going past a fish and chip shop. No, I should say. And the next thing I know, I'm sat on my ass in the sunshine outside the fish and chip shop, having a portion of chips and a can of Coke. Why not, eh? It is lunchtime. It is actually lunchtime. It's like 1 o'clock or something. Didn't bring anything with me. And 2 or 3 hours on the saddle, I think you've earned a portion of chips. But yeah, all going good. Feel good for that. Salt and vinegar on the chips, beautiful. And now we crack on, maybe 10 miles left, something like that. And just like that, we're back in Ipswich, in the traffic. Watching out for all the idiots trying to take you off. Park run done. Just out for a dog walk now with Dexter. It's very autumnal today, hence the big bobble hat. You like it? So yeah, park run. I did 45 minutes in total, incorporating park run. I did a 10-minute easy warm-up, then I did 5 lots of 30-second sprints or strides with a 1.5-minute recovery, and then a 25-minute park run. So 45 minutes in total, and 42.5 minutes of that was super easy. I was just sort of 9-minute miling, shaking out a little bit of weariness from yesterday's bike ride and getting ready for cross country tomorrow. So tomorrow is the first of the Suffolk Winter League cross country events. So it's about 5 miles around Framlingham Castle. I'm going to do a 20-minute warm up, 10-minute cool down, and that will be, well, I've got an hour's bike ride to do today as well. So that'll be the end of this week's training. It's been a bloody good week of training, to be honest. Feeling pretty amazing. Bike rides have been good, swims have been good. I do really love Ironman training. Bike efforts, run efforts, getting in the pool 2 times a week last week, going 3 times a week this week. Long bikes. I've ordered a load of inner tubes and patches, and I need to get a grip on my puncture repair capabilities, or not so much capabilities, equipment really. I think if you don't have punctures, you don't ride so much for a long time, and then you start doing long rides, you need to be prepared, because yesterday I had a puncture, honestly, in the middle of nowhere, and I had 1 tube and 1 gas cylinder, and if it had gone wrong, I was walking, and I would have been walking quite a few miles because I was out the back end of Felixstowe somewhere. So I need to be better prepared. So I've ordered some more tubes, some more patches. I'm going to start carrying my little pump with me as well as gas cylinders in case the gas cylinders fail, and just making sure that whatever happens I can get fixed and get away. So yeah, what else have we got going on? Haven't totally decided on my races for next year yet. There's going to be a few trips up to Allerdale with a new business, so I need to pencil those dates into my calendar and then start working out when I can fit my races around that. But that's going to be a bit of fun. I could end up racing anywhere. I don't really know where I'm going to be racing next year. I might do it as part of the business. I might end up God knows where. But exciting times. Dexter's loving this walk, and I've warmed up a little bit. Parkrun was freezing this morning, absolutely freezing, and it rained towards the end. So got home, got changed, out for a dog walk. Dexter has found himself a big stick. What you got, Dexy? What you got? Sunday afternoon, cross country all done this morning. 2 mile warm up, 1 mile cool down, 5 of the muddiest miles I've ever done in the middle. I wore my Hoka Challengers, which I think was a bit of a mistake. I was slipping and sliding like Bambi on ice. Went over a couple of times, but good fun. 5 miles, 8:30 miling, which sounds quite slow, but it was so slippery. Single track round Framlingham Castle, through the moat, steps, queuing, that sort of stuff. It was quite busy. There were 600 odd runners there, but great fun. I feel pretty good after it by the time I got home and dried off. But yeah, Hoka Challenger's definitely not the best shoe for it. I think I might have to look into what would be better. I've got some Torrents somewhere, I think they've got a bit more grip, or I might have to have a look at Innovate, which seemed to be a lot more successful. But yeah, good end to the week. I did an hour on the turbo last night, just an easy hour, about 8 o'clock. So I think all in all it puts me on about 90 mile total swim, bike and run for the week. So really good week, really pleased with that. Feeling good, fitness coming back, feeling strong, enjoying it. I'll probably wrap this video up here now so I can get it processed and hopefully posted later tonight or tomorrow morning. But anyway, hope you've all had a good week. Let me know what you've been up to, how your training's gone, what your racing calendar looks like, what you've got coming up. But yeah, chuck some comments in, let me know how you're doing, and I will see you on the next video. See you later, bye.